They spoke different languages but were united in their cause. Climate pilgrims from across Europe gathered in Scotland, marching through the center of Glasgow a day before the COP26 climate summit. They demanded urgent action to save the planet. A pooch joined the march, while artists and activists like Zoe Walker paraded around in an inflatable snake of capitalism.
My mind is open. I think that the things that are happening around the conference give me a lot of hope. You know, there's a lot of really good people pulling together on the fringes around the conference to have really important discussions, and I hope that that can have some impact on what's happening within the actual conference.
The march took on a festive beat. 65-year-old Gerlinda Hoffman trekked through several countries with her group, the Ecumenical Pilgrimage for Climate Justice.
We started off in Poland, in Zielona Góra in Poland, and then walked straight through Germany, straight through the Netherlands, and then went on the ferry to Newcastle, and from Newcastle we walked up the Northumberland coast, and then we entered Scotland, and we are here now, and we are very happy to be here now.
But will they be happy with the results? G20 leaders gathered in Rome Saturday for a two-day summit before COP26. A draft joint statement seen by Reuters showed they are only likely to slightly toughen previous pledges on climate action, while failing to set tough new targets that activists say are vital to prevent environmental catastrophe. G20 leaders endorsed a sweeping overhaul of international tax rules. Leaders of the world's 20 largest economies agreed Saturday on a global minimum tax aimed at stopping big business from hiding profits in offshore tax havens. Under the deal, big companies must pay a minimum tax rate of 15% wherever they operate starting in 2023. The endorsement comes as tech giants set up operations in countries with low taxation rates like Ireland. U.S. President Joe Biden tweeted on Saturday, "This is more than just a tax deal. It's diplomacy reshaping our global economy and delivering for our people." In a statement, U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said, in her words, "This deal will remake the global economy into a more prosperous place for American business and workers." The G20 leaders also agreed to get more COVID vaccines to poorer nations.
Isn't that wonderful? Well, I hear gunshots in my neighborhood every night. My son and I fall asleep to the lullaby of gunshots in the distance every night because I'm the first mayor in over 20 years to be born, raised, and still live in North St. Louis. And it's unfortunate, yes, I heard it, but I didn't flinch because, it's a part of my life now. But we still have much more work to do. It's a powerful example of how we reimagine public safety.
Military forces shot dead at least 3 people and at least 38 were injured during nationwide protest in Sudan on Saturday, according to a doctors' committee, as hundreds of thousands of people demonstrated against a recent military coup. One witness said they heard gunshots and saw people being carried away bleeding in the city of Omdurman. Sudanese police denied shooting protesters. The military was not immediately available to comment. In the capital of Khartoum, security forces used tear gas and gunfire to try to disperse a huge crowd. Protesters on Saturday carried Sudanese flags and chanted slogans like "Military rule can't be praised" as they marched in neighborhoods across Khartoum and beyond. Thousands of people have already demonstrated this week against the ousting of Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok's cabinet on Monday by General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. And at least 13 protesters have been killed in clashes with security forces. Burhan has said he removed the cabinet to avert civil war after civilian politicians stoked hostility to the armed forces. He says he is still committed to a democratic transition, including elections in July 2023. The takeover has led Western states to freeze hundreds of millions of dollars in aid to Sudan, where an economic crisis has seen shortages of food and medicine, and where nearly a third of the population is in need of urgent humanitarian support.
Quiet! Exactly! Give some space! Go on! This is not right! This is not right! Come on! Back up! Come on! Get out of here! Get out! Give us some space! Give us some space! This is not right! You know this is not right! Give us some space! Give us some space!
Give us some space!
Move out the way, mate.
Move back!
Move back! Have some compassion! Keep moving! Keep moving! Move back! Come on! Back!